to talk to because he wants you to get the full experience. So come on over.
I'll be back to cook with y'all either Tuesday or Wednesday next week. But we gonna make, I got a program called Music Therapy, me and my brother Dupree right here. And we gonna come in here and really show you how to cook. I'm gonna tell you how to rap already, right? Y'all rap?
I do everything.
Yeah.
I do everything.
So some of the joints we gonna do, probably doing some of your beats. If y'all make beats, we'll explore that. But I'm gonna show y'all different elements of writing, and even if you don't rap, it don't matter. We gonna cook up together and build. It's really about expressing emotions and getting that pain out. So we gonna really come and connect. So
just talk about all that.
yeah.
See, we just talked. Yeah.
How many of y'all know Grafh? Like,
I was gonna say, dude, tell him, Grafh.
Familiar?
Follow me on Instagram.
About the bars right here.
Where Al? Al said he. Where Al?
I think he went to the bathroom.
He's in the bathroom.
Follow my Instagram and all that. So y'all know what I'm doing.
Put that. Yeah, I put the Instagram at Grafh.
Spell it out because I know it's
G-R-A-F-H.
Click on one of them says word over there, word up over. One of those is a flyer, yeah. So you can zoom in. That's Grafh. That's hot. Please make sure y'all follow, man.
Oh, Eminem, Nas, okay.
All that. I'm that kind of rap.
Yeah.
Hip hop.
Yep.
So we gonna cook together for sure next week.
No doubt.
Benny.
Can you give him a quick, like, when you and I met, I knew of Grafh, right? Family culture, but can you give him just a quick overview, like Rock of the Chain was a story, like you almost, who you were with, so they can get a feel.
Yeah, well, I'm quick little elevator pitch. Grafh, super hip hop guy, also design clothes. And like I was telling him, I was signed to Rockefeller right when Jay-Z and Dame Dash, right before they broke up. So at that time, I didn't get the chance to tour with them and do all the album and all that stuff. So I never got my Rockefeller chain. And then I manifested it, which is what I want to teach you, how powerful words are. I made a song called Rockefeller Chain. Was not even thinking about the chain at all. I just made a song about how I never got the chain. And shit blew up. And then I got the chain. And I put the whole rock back together. Me, Memphis League, Freeway, Petey Crack made a song. And started touring and doing shows. And that just happened out of this, just putting words together. Just whatever you say will actually manifest.
What we just said. We just did a whole build on that, right?
Like whatever you say will happen. If you feel like I hope I don't trip, then you're gonna trip. Like whatever you say is gonna happen. That's just how life goes. So this is a living proof of it. I did not make the song with the intent of actually receiving the chain.
See, I didn't know that.
And that just happened.
That's fine.
I manifested that. Word.
Power word.
Jay-Z was cool with it. Everybody approved it. I was like, oh shit, I was not expecting that to happen at all.
Wow.
I was just making the song, obeying the beat, doing what the music said, and words are really, you manifest. So whatever you rap about, it's gonna happen. So
you gotta be
that's part of, you do.
Be careful.
You do,
Yeah, and you gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta say what you actually want. Don't say what you don't want.
Even sometimes joking with the shit is not even.
It's true. Yeah, but even songs I have on rapping on ops, I make them naturally appear. I'm like, damn, I ain't not gonna see you today. Like, damn, I ain't dressed to be fighting them ops today. You know what I'm saying? But like, you gotta watch what you say. Like, you really manifest things. So that's part of what I want to show y'all. So if not Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm gonna figure it out right now.
So Tuesday or Wednesday,
cooking next week.
Come on back.
Yo, gotta tell me that.
All right.
My man, he ready. He ain't playing.
Nah, he ain't.
They all serious.
Yeah.
Nah, I can tell.
Gonna win.
That's why I want to be here with y'all. Yeah, word.
Yeah, I was nervous coming. Like, a lot of times dealing with younger people, right? You see that the OGs come through, like, okay, old nigga, all right,
Let me say this though,
I didn't get that feeling at all.
Let me say this though, the mayor we utilize art to foster change in this community. Like me and Redman, Rod Digger, all of us, you know how we from right down the street, like literally. We graveyard boys. That's what they call us. Because Tretch, even though from the East Orange side, 18th Street, I'm from 19th Street, Redman from 20th Street. We in between the graveyard. So we was the graveyard boys. Like we literally from where y'all from, like in this area, you know what I'm saying? So the mayor started to use, because he's a poet, he started to use art to foster change in the community, you know what I mean? And he's not the only one. People have been trying to do it for a long time. He's just one to have a position like the mayor to actually put forth these programs that other people would not do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like in our city, we got a big gang culture. Y'all all know that. But we utilize former gang members to actually help us stop the crime. Like these gang members didn't receive grants for $250,000. Where these gang members gonna make $250,000 at? But they can do it in the city of Newark by doing stuff like this, like walking in here with you guys. I had a meeting with 40 dudes from the West Ward and some of them gang leaders, and I'm sure y'all from the West, y'all probably know the names, you know what I'm saying? from 151, from the jungle, all of that. 8 of them had guns on them in the book bag. And I'm telling the cops, nah, get out of here. We good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Only one parent showed up, and I told them, bring y'all parents, bring y'all guardians. Only one showed up. So, but they understand they in a safe space when they talk to us. Because we come from where y'all come from. I might be in a suit now, but I come from where y'all come from. I mean, we had this conversation before. So I'm trying to bring the cats that are relevant still, that can give that wisdom, that can give that knowledge, that can give that understanding to y'all, because y'all us. You know what I'm saying? Y'all really are us. So in 10 years, then y'all can be able to manipulate in a different way. You know what I'm saying? By understanding that the words do have power on both levels. You know what I'm saying? Whether negative or positive. You know, positive attracts negative and positive, but negative only attracts negative. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, like even with my sign, Drill the Hill. Y'all can still, all I'm saying, y'all can still be y'all, just take out the kill part of it. Unless you're killing an MC, you know what I'm saying, on wax.
But I'll tell you what I always say, the number one rule of my class is all ops live. Ain't trying to hear that, no ops dying in here, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah, because we ain't talking about making money and making it out. Motivate. Get it to the next level of life. We ain't talking about nothing back.
So even when he's saying, speak life, Hawk was just gave a whole session on speaking life. You know what I mean? Because one of his favorite MCs, one of the dynamic MCs from the culture, he spoke deaf and he died. 2 of them. They both spoke deaf and they died. Anybody that I've ever known to speak deaf like that, if it was 10 motherfuckers, 8 of them died.
For real. It be so real that when I write songs, if I write something too close to me, predicting my own definite song, I take it out. It makes me nervous. I'm like, nah.
I'm not saying that. I do the same thing.
You can really talk yourself out of here. If you manifest whatever you say, we'll have
to check this out. Slick Rick. Y'all know Slick Rick? MC Ricky D? He got a song called Children's Story. Right? In the story, he talks about getting in the car, robbing somebody, getting in the car, driving down the street, crashing in the car, shootout. Like, it's a fantastical story that you would never think would happen. That exact thing happened to him. He got into a beef with his cousin who was trying to press him. He ended up shooting his cousin, getting away from the cops, hopped in the car, it was a car chase, ended up crashing, ended up getting locked up, almost deported. Like,
I didn't even realize that. That's
because we read the song so much.
No, we spoke of the story. No, the children's story. The song was written first. And then he lived it out.
I didn't even peep that. That's crazy.
And everybody dancing to it.
And he was in jail for what? What did he do? 10, 15?
It was
like 5 years. 5 years. They was gonna deport him at one point. So he was kind of.
So he did 5, and then he had to wait.
He was like in limbo. And then they eventually got it together and allowed him to stay.
That's crazy. Is that real though?
Yeah, it's that real.
Words are spells. That's called spelling. Words are spells.
Thank you.
And just to interject, y'all should all be proficient MCs enough to not, to say certain things, right? He's like one of the most amazing MCs in the world. And I feel like this, man. When you young, like you guys, y'all in your adolescence, y'all gonna make a lot of mistakes, y'all gonna make a lot of dope music. But when you get to be older, like this gentleman, you wanna be a sage with it, you know what I mean? You wanna accumulate all the skills, all the affinity stones, and you wanna be so nice on a mic, because we're not gonna really too much judge you while you're young. But we're really gonna judge your skill as you go through life, you know what I mean? And you want your skill and experience to grow with you. And that's what this course, that's what he teaches, that's what the course is about, man. And that's what life is about, you know what I mean? So you wanna be proficient MCs as well as, having your lenient times to where you are expounding in different flavors and different varieties of music and temperaments towards your skill, you know what I mean? But I wanna make sure that you're touching every aspect. There's so many techniques, you know what I mean? And there's so many things to talk about in the world. We can talk about everything, you know what I mean?
Add to what he said too, why we also focus on the emotional side of it is because we all dealing with pain, man. We all going through stuff, you know what I'm saying? So you don't even have to be, that's what I say, even if you don't rap, or you don't really want to rap, I still want you to write your feelings down and express it.
Word.
Because mental health come first. If this ain't good, you ain't learning what
Absolutely.
2 + 2 is in no math class. That ain't.
I'm telling you, that's
It's not gonna work.
Yo,
We gotta take care of this first. Think about it, you gotta have all the problems in the world. Your mental health go, your physical health go. Now you only have one problem. You know what I'm saying? So nothing else matters except for the mind.
And in cities like Newark, man, we grow up with our traumas, man, and we never deal with it. You know,
All of us from the hood.
Right,
Same
all
thing
of
with
us.
me.
Cities
The
like
music
Newark,
heals me.
Queens, Brooklyn, I don't care where you at. Like, you grow up in the hood, like we grow up with our traumas.
Right.
Like I grew up, I used to hustle bud on 13th Avenue, and I'm a councilman now, right? I used to hustle bud on 13th Avenue and 19th Street.
We got him.
We got it, boys.
And my father came to buy bud from me, who I never really was around, my biological father, and didn't recognize me. Yo, the rage I had in me, like I look just like you, nigga, and you can't. So in my mind, I said, next time I see him, I'm gonna beat him up and rob him. Cause that was just a young mentality. I'm 16, you know what I mean? But my point is, I bottled it in like it didn't bother me until I started helping families and young men and seeing their traumas. And I'm like, I'm helping them with their traumas, and I never deal with my own trauma.
Right.
And I'm a grown man now, and I never deal with my pain and my trauma.
Words.
Right? So,
Question. How do you deal with it?
how I deal with it? I deal with it by accepting what it was, first of all, right? And then I say that it's not my fault, right? Because I blame myself, like, or blame my mother, or why did he act like that? You know, why did he do that? You know, and so what I do is I say that it's okay. It's okay for me to accept what just happened, you know, and then I talk to my elders. I talk to mentors, you know, and it's, I used to think that it wasn't cool to talk to somebody like a therapist, but it's cool because you want to, through conversation, through just talking, I don't care. It don't have to be a therapist in this group. I do these Men Talk Sundays. Through conversation on those Men Talk Sundays, I need you to come one day too. We got 40, it'd be about 40, you know, alpha males in that crowd. I'm talking about from what, like 13 to 60 years old. And through conversation, I mean, I had killers in that circle cry because they're having conversations. They feel like it's a safe space where they can express themselves. So that's how it worked for me, just being able to express myself and hear Graph's opinion, hear Dupree's opinion, hear Coach's opinion, hear Hawk's opinion, right? Just through their experiences, not necessarily their opinion, but their experiences. And through their experiences, I learned from their learned behavior, I learned a behavior of a different approach. I learned how to seek out the help that I need or go deeper within of how to heal myself, you know? And that might be just more time to myself. That might be getting more information and reading. That might be talking to the big homies a little bit more. But not being able to, not being afraid to share. Because coming up in a city like Newark and surrounding areas, you know, we ice grilling, I ain't really telling you about my story. It's all guarded. You know what I mean? When really we hurt. But we so strong on a physical exterior that we don't want nobody to know that sometimes our exterior is putty.
Because you know what it is to add to that? When you your age, you don't learn love is cool or vulnerability is cool or express yourself is cool.
Facts.
I learned that as a grown ass adult.
Right.
When I was your age, I'm angry, I'm tough. I'm like I want to smoke with whoever. Because that's how we express pain. When you see, so when I come in a classroom and see a kid, he stand over, so he has to thug out. I'm like, nah, he ain't thugged out. He's in pain.
He just,
He's me. You know what I'm saying? So I identify with that right away because I'm like, I was that. When I was 16,
Straight up.
my dad got murdered across the street from where I was living at. I didn't know how to express that. I didn't know what to do with that pain. I blocked it out probably till this age right now.
That's what I mean. We
And
block
for me,
things out like
the
that.
music was the answer. So
Yeah.
you said talking to different mentors, expressing with different people and bonding. Those are all gems that I'm taking with me today. I use the music, so I'm gonna teach y'all the tools that I use to get through shit. Because without the music, I'd have been a madman. There's no way to deal with all this pain.
That's good. And can I just jump
Oh,
in?
sure.
First one, no, I appreciate
Oh,
it.
indeed.
We on Fridays we do what's called lights on. And just what you said, fellas, this is what we was talking about. Like, they'll come in, we never say, nah, you can't talk about, you know, you seeing your dad mad and you can't talk about your dad. You know, unfortunately, not being here, but how we say it, right? How you let it out. That's why it's so lovely for y'all to be here to help them craft it the right way. Because I know what they mean when they saying fuck y'all, fuck y'all, fuck this. First 3 lines, it's like everybody did, right? But it's like, all right, yo, first verse, it be done, right? But it's like, how can we say that?
Right.
How can we say that, but at the same time, because you gotta let that out.
Yeah.
And that's what happens in school, so that's why I just feel blessed to have brothers like y'all.
Yo, you know what? I'm at the stage like I'm never gonna stop being hip hop. I'm the first platinum selling hip hop artist to ever win an elected official seat in the United States of America, and I'm never gonna stop. Word. And I'm never gonna stop singing. I'm never gonna stop creating. Like I love to create. But one thing that I've done as I've mastered the craft of creating how I love to create is I look at Rakim like rarely cursed when we was coming up. He was one of my, if ever, and he was one of my favorite MCs, right? Meth too. Now, but me and Meth talked about that. Like me and Meth part of that Color Boys thing. He Mr. OPEC or Mr. Maze, right? So me and Meth talked about that. Like for the last 10 years, I haven't said nigga or cursed in none of my rhymes. And nobody notices it until I say that I haven't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, wait a minute. But the crazy thing is, I got my partner, Funk, from Lords. I see him now emulating me. Because you can't be on the record with me like, fuck. I mean, you can. But I'm coming a whole nother way. And it don't even match. So now, when I listen back to all our music, like Lords just dropped the album April 11th. It's on all DSPs, and we just drop music now because we stay on the road with it. So it ain't really. That's it. And to sell merch, right? So I just stay on the road. But when I was listening back to the album just on the DSPs after hearing it 1,000 times, I was like, Funk ain't really cursed on this whole album.
That type of stuff.
You know what I'm saying? And the only people that did curse on the album was Onyx.
Oh, I know.
Sticky don't curse.
But Stick don't curse.
Stick don't curse? He don't curse either?
He don't really
Stick
curse.
don't curse?
No, he cursed. But he followed the format. Stick is a smart individual, man. Very, very smart, man. And Drodo, they too smart. Like you wouldn't think because it's them two brothers are smart as fuck. I probably curse more in real life than I curse in my art now.
My match. I curse in music and conversation.
I got balance. It depends on what I'm trying to say. If I'm trying to say something a certain way, I got
authentic. Say what you say. I'm not saying
good.
Yeah.
And then.
Yeah, say what you say. I'm just saying like for me.
It's good to practice that though, because that's about expression. So the more words you can use. The thing about cursing is just filler words.
Filler words.
So the less you cursing, you're expressing yourself more clear. To be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me get out of here. I gotta feel a little man.
Sure.
Right.
Appreciate y'all,
Oh, yeah, you got some out there for our
Nah, I need that. Oh, we still have it.
Tuesday, just get on site. It's gonna be the following.
You on Wednesday?
Wednesday.